Hey, Rob here. I'm back. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. We're here for part 2 of our Wednesday morning beach walk. I'm up in Area 5, just getting ready to head south. See our friend Roy. There's one of our ospreys up here. It's got its back to us. There's an osprey, so it's not going to be an osprey-less morning. Get to see one osprey. If we're lucky, we might see a blue heron down the beach. I'm really curious to find out about those crawls we saw earlier. See if we have any new nests. We'll stop and say hi to Roy again on the way back. That's an osprey, looking at it from the rear end. There you can see its head. Beautiful. Well, let's get trucking down the beach. For some reason, my phone didn't get a full charge last night. Still some pretty good waves pounding the shore here, but nothing like yesterday. Nothing, not nearly as big as yesterday. If you're just joining for the first time here, be sure to introduce yourself to the group. Let everybody know where you're watching from. Don't be shy. Feel free to join into the conversations that are going on or start one up on your own. I don't care what you talk about. The idea is just to make new friends here. So don't be shy. Just don't talk about politics. Don't post ads. Just use common sense. Keep it clean. We had 5 crawls on the beach last night. 5 loggerhead sea turtle crawls. I'm hoping that at least maybe a couple of them were successful crawls, meaning that turtles did lay eggs. A lot of times they come up on the beach and they get spooked away by raccoons or one thing that scares the turtles away, but maybe a nighttime beach walker. You know, for whatever reason, they get scared, startled, and they go back into the water without laying their eggs. They call that a false crawl. But 5 crawls here at Wiggins last night, so that's a pretty good amount. It's not a record breaker for this beach, but that's a good number of crawls. What was neat is 2 of the crawls were just side by side, right next to each other. That is the first I've seen that. I've seen the nests side by side, but I've never seen the turtles actually come up at the same time, the same night, side by side. So that was kind of unique. Pardon me. Roy's in a great mood today. Beautiful weather. Hard not to be in a good mood when you're out here at the beach. Looks like the Rangers checking another crawl out up there in Area 3, that one that was under the boardwalk, or up right next to the boardwalk. A lot of that red algae, that red seaweed gunk on the beach still. It's not hurting anything, it's just gross. Not very pleasant to look at. I'm just gonna go say hello and goodbye to Roy here. I'm gonna save his harmonica. We'll do the harmonica thing every other day. I know he's happy that Jennifer Ann's back from her little vacation out, and she went out to Denver. I know he was missing her. Well, here's his stuff. He's not set up on the beach yet. He's just getting his chair out of the car. Oh, there's David. Spraying his Listerine on himself. Is somebody gargling out here? I smell Listerine. Boy, busy night out here last night.
5 crawls? Where are it?
Down this, well, there's 2 side by side right down here in Area 4.
Wow.
Right next to each other.
Really?
Yep. I've seen nests, they come up and put a net, drop their eggs next to an existing one, but I've never seen them where they both came up the same night right next to each other.
Man, I was wanting to come out here last night.
The skybox, if you sat in the skybox last night, one came right up to it, right under it.
Oh, Gary, I love that.
Yep. I don't think, I couldn't tell if it was a good one or not, though. But she actually got partially under the skybox.
Holy cow.
Yep. Huh?
Wow.
What's the skybox?
The skybox. That's what we call down in Area 3. That little bench at the end of the boardwalk, because it's kind of raised up a little bit above the beach.
Right under it, huh?
Yeah, partially, halfway under it.
How about that?
Right up to it and halfway under it.
Uh-huh.
So it was a busy night for those ladies.
Yeah, I was going to come down here about 9:30, 10 o'clock. And
I think, yeah.
move. I had too many bowls of ice cream. After our pizza night.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we had a good time. Missed it again.
I just go there and eat all Roy's crust.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, we
Pizza
had
little.
really good pizza outside. It was
Yeah.
delicious. Nice and hot and steamy, too.
Hot and steamy
Oh, that
with lots of
Cheese
sausage
was all melted, and oh, man.
and extra sausage.
Yeah, it was good.
That's your favorite, that sausage.
Not extra cheese
Extra cheese.
and extra onions.
Mm.
Peppers.
Nice
Oh,
peppers.
boy.
I love pizza too. One of these days I'll catch you guys there.
Good,
It's a
good.
good time.
Yeah.
We met Dan.
Who did you meet?
Dan.
Dan.
Yeah.
Who's
Yeah,
Dan?
friend of Jenny's.
Jimmy.
Oh, okay. Jenny's friend Dan.
Yeah.
I think I met him before.
He's an
No, I don't
Uber
think
driver.
so.
That was her first date.
Oh, she was on a date? Jenny was on a date with
Yeah,
Dan?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they apparently communicated on this her telephone thing, and this is the first time they met face to face.
Jennifer's got a boyfriend.
How about that?
Roy.
That means
Are you a little jealous?
Not a bit.
Roy's
Oh, Roy.
Happy for her, whatever makes her happy.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
Amen to that. That's awesome. That's awesome
he's
news.
a nice guy.
Congratulations, Jennifer. That's sweet.
Yeah,
So,
I think so,
I'm
too.
surprised she wanted to leave town. Usually when you get a new sweetheart, you don't want to leave their
We
side.
just met last. That was our first date. It was kind of funny. Me and Roy had to give him a hard time. It was-
Oh, I'm sure you
we
did.
drilled him. Roy drilled him.
Oh, he gave her a big hug, didn't he? When
Oh.
Good guy, yeah.
So did you lay down? Did you lay down the law? Did you set the ground rules for him?
I was happy.
We questioned him.
So, oh yeah. So did he meet her there, or did they come together?
Yeah, that's where they met.
Oh, sweet,
Right at Leone's.
sweet. Well,
He's
good
a
for
Uber
her.
Driver.
He's an Uber driver.
He is.
Poor guy.
Yeah, I know. We told her to stay away from him.
Those Uber drivers are bad
I
news.
thought he might have met you in that process.
Example.
How funny. Yeah, no, I don't know all the Uber drivers. That's like just because you're from Wisconsin.
Well, there's
Or-
a lot of Uber drivers, huh?
There's a lot of Uber drivers.
He drives at
There's
night only.
at night, yeah. I mean, if you like working at night, that you get a lot of. That's when you take the people home from their bars and the restaurants.
Yeah, he starts at 2 and ends up at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, it starts like at 5 o'clock at night and works till
Wow.
3, 4 in the morning.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, when you're young, you can do that kind of stuff.
apparently he takes a lot of inebriated old people home.
Oh yeah, that's the big business.
Yeah,
But at least they're not driving. It's a good thing that they're taking the Uber,
yeah.
being responsible anyway, halfway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's your word of the day: responsibility. Be responsible. See?
Oh, I think I got a little better word than that.
Oh, I thought you were going to leave it up to everybody else.
I'll have to clarify it.
Okay, what's your word of the day?
Well, I haven't clarified it yet.
Oh, it's clarify. What is it?
Well, I have to think it over.
Oh.
See you later. Is this the end of it?
Oh. Well, we might not get a word of the day.
I doubt it.
No. I was
Oh,
thinking, I've touched on this before, but I wanted to elaborate it on a little more. Is following your intuitions and your hunches. It's really important in life because the good Lord, unfortunately, the heavens don't open up, and the Lord in perfect King's English says, "Roy, here's what I want you to do. Do this, do that. Don't do this, don't do that." That'd be nice, but it doesn't work that way. However, I think the good Lord talks to us through our intuitions and hunches. We just have a feeling, wait a minute, this is something I ought to be doing, or this is something I shouldn't do,
Mm-hmm.
or this is something I should study out and improve on. Those little intuitions are always in our mind, and so we should heed those intuitions and follow them, because I think the intuitions are put in our mind by the great God. He puts those thoughts in our mind so that we think about things and study things out and work at it. You know, it isn't
Yeah,
just that
absolutely.
clear. Part of our job is to clarify these things to ourselves.
Well,
So we gotta. It's something you really have to work at.
mm-hmm.
You don't
Well,
just let it go.
And you also, I think the devil puts the opposing
Oh,
intuitions and thoughts
You know
into your
it,
mind,
yeah,
So you
keep
gotta
yourself clear of those.
you gotta figure out which are the good ones and which are the bad ones.
Yeah.
Sometimes the bad ones sound like a lot of fun.
Well, the devil thought he'd visit church and scare everybody. So their church was in session, and he came with a full of lighting, and he had his trident and everything fire lit and everything. Oh, everybody was frightened, and they just rushed out of church. but there was one old guy at the back, and he just sat there. And the devil swooped down on him. He says, "I'm the devil incarnate. I'm full of life. I'll kill you." And there, all thunderbirds and everything. And the devil says, "Aren't you afraid of me?" And the old guy says, "Why should I be? I've been living with your sister for the last 50 years."
Oh, goodness. Oh, boy.
Sorry about that, girls. I thought it was kind of funny.
That was a good one.
Devil's always knocking.
Yep.
Sounds like a good laugh. That's part of it, too.
You're right. Nope. Well, that's
Even that sometimes it's at somebody's expense, but you can laugh at your own expense.
absolutely. If you can't laugh at yourself,
That's the most ludicrous thing of all, is yourself.
you got that right. All the silly things one does. Oh,
That's for sure.
yeah. I know I've done quite a few stupid things, funny things, stupid things.
Yeah, and hindsight is 20/20. too.
2020, perfect hindsight.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. And sometimes it's just one little thing changes the course of your week, your entire week, your month. One stupid little move. It could, or it affects your whole life. One silly little thing.
Like having pizza. Just a little thing
Well,
like
mostly
having
it's
pizza.
in the automobile.
Having pizza. Yep.
It's making an error in the automobile. That's the most
Oh, yeah.
dangerous thing.
Absolutely.
That's
Bad
your whole
driving,
life.
or somebody else's.
Oh, that's for sure.
It's not just your life that's
So
at
we
stake.
got to be careful when we're controlling this 2 tons of steel or hurtling ahead.
All right. Well, good advice. I'm glad you came out with it
Right
there.
on the spot.
Yep, right on the spot.
Remember that in my book I had that big dissertation about the guy who's got all these illnesses and sicknesses, and he says, "I'm passing out and I can't remember everything. I can hardly see, can't hear anything." He goes on and on, but he says, "But thank God I still have my Florida driver's license."
Yep, good old Florida. We'll never lose those. You can take them with you to the next life. That's
Oh,
the truth
my.
down here. 94 years old, you still got yours. I don't think they ever take them away.
I hope not. I think they give you a test every now and then to see
Yeah.
if you can see.
Yeah, just an eye test.
Yeah,
They don't take you out on the road. They just check your eyes.
well, that's pretty important.
Well, yeah, it's hard to drive if you're blind. Well, however, they will.
You could have a seeing-eye dog that could sit next to you in the car and direct things.
Well, they're coming out with driverless cars, so,
That's what I understand.
I
You
mean,
could get one of
I
those.
think we
Yep.
need a motorcycle with a sidecar myself.
a motorcycle with the sidecar.
There you go.
Who, you and Roy gonna take turns driving?
Yeah, we can.
You guys would,
Sightseeing.
that'd be funny to see you two on the motorcycle with a sidecar.
We're working on it.
I could see Roy sitting in there in the sidecar
Goggles.
with a scarf blowing in the wind behind him.
I think I may pass on that.
That'd be funny, like the Red Baron,
It'd be fun if there weren't any other cars on the road.
Yeah, driving a motorcycle down here is risky business, man.
I would think so.
They're not very forgiving.
Nope, no room for error on a motorcycle. You got to be on the defense the whole
I
time.
told you about the biker coming in the tavern, didn't I?
Well, I don't know. Tell us about the biker coming in the tavern.
Well, the biker, he roars up to the front of the tavern, and he gets out and he swaggers into the tavern, and there's a guy sitting at their bar with a drink that he hadn't touched yet. And he goes up and he grabs the guy's drink and he lugs it down. He says, "What are you gonna do about it?" And the guy starts to cry. And then biker says, "Oh, I didn't want to make you cry." The guy says, "I've had the most terrible day." He says, "I was late to work and I lost my job. And then I was taking a taxi home. I left my wallet in the taxi. Then when I got home, I found out my wife had run away with a Bible salesman. And then my dog bit me. And I figured I want to end it all. So I came down here and I put the poison pill in my drink, and then you stole my whole drink."
There you go.
That's your bikers for
That's a
you.
good
That's good. Well, that'll keep us going for the rest of the day. Thank you, Roy, for the laughs. That was good. It doesn't always have to be serious.
No.
It's fun laughing. That was what we just talked about that the other day. Laughing is, yep, that's good for the soul. A good laugh from the belly. Well, I got to get rolling here. I got a little work to do this morning. But and I want to see if we got any new nests on the beach. Curious to see if we got any new ones. But it's always a pleasure. It's nice to see you. When's your next day on duty here?
Oh, not for a while. I'm off now for a couple days.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
How many tons of trash did you pick up?
I don't know. A lot of cigarette butts.
Cigarette butts.
CBC,
Those are
cigarette butt collectors.
the worst, man. The birds eat those things. Man.
It's too bad they
fast enough.
don't make the paper biodegradable or something.
Yeah. Well, the birds think that's food. A lot of the seagulls, you'll see them pecking at them, and then they choke on them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
On the tobacco?
On the,
birds
the
chew
no, the
tobacco?
filters. The filters on the
Oh.
cigarettes.
Huh.
Yeah. They're trying to outlaw smoking on the beaches. You know, smokers aren't happy with that, but
Well, discarding the cigarette butt is illegal.
yep.
I talked to the ranger about it. He says, yeah, but he says, you got to see the guy
Right.
do
It's
it.
hard catching people. I mean, I don't care if you smoke, and that's your body. Do whatever you want to it, but don't trash our beaches with the cigarette butts. Yep. All right. On that note, I'll see you guys later.
See you, Rob. Have a good day.
I almost said something I shouldn't have.
Go ahead.
Nope. No. I'll see you later. Tally ho. Oh, that was great. Roy had some good ones there. He was on a roll with his jokes. Oh. Well, let's see if there's any new nests. I got to get rolling here soon. Head down to where we started. Oh boy, it looks like the ranger's up in area 3. That'd be something if there was a nest up there by the boardwalk. That'd be kind of cool. They've been busy this morning with 5 crawls. Wow. Love this place. Just love it in the mornings here. Don't you? I appreciate you tagging along, that's for sure. Let's make our way down the beach here. Well, maybe not. I thought I saw the ranger, maybe not. I can't tell if that's the edge of the boardwalk sticking out or the edge of his cart. Hey, if you enjoy these walks, if you like what you see and you're feeling generous and you want to send a little tip, a little thank you, donation, contribution, whatever you want to call it, it is always appreciated, believe me. Every dollar counts. Every dollar helps out big time this time of year. I do thank you. You can find a link to my PayPal account in the description of this post if you want to send something. This is part 2 of my Wednesday morning beach walk. Part 1, we were going the opposite direction, walking up the beach to the north. Let's kind of our discovery walk in the morning. It's when we look for turtle crawls and any other interesting things. We usually run into Roy. Then part 2, that's when I'll stop and have a little chat with Roy, walking back down the beach, and hopefully we'll see the results of the crawls, if any of the crawls were successful, if there's any new turtle nests. It was an interesting night last night, though. Busy night here at the beach. 5 turtles coming on our little stretch of beach here at Del Norwegians. All under the cover of darkness. Here's Mark checking out. This was our double crawl here. This was really cool. This is the first time I've ever seen this. 2 turtles coming up on the beach in the same night, same early morning. Side by side, look at that. 2 crawls here. Right next to each other. That is just the coolest thing. That is the coolest thing I've ever seen. A lot of action out here last night. Mark's gonna check it out. It's pretty neat. 2 of them.
Yeah, right together.
That was cool. Any more down the beach?
I had 2.
2 good ones?
Yeah.
Sweet. Sweet, sweet. Yeah, I saw that one in area 2. It looked like the raccoons were sniffing around, so that's a good sign.
They were in the wrong place.
They just missed it, huh?
No, they were off quite a bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's kind of unusual. They usually got pretty good noses. That's what we were talking yesterday. You guys should put one of those on a leash and save you some work.
I'm better than that.
Hmm.
I think the raccoons were here too.
Yeah, I saw a couple little paw prints.
double one today, huh?
That's pretty cool, huh?
Super cool. They look like they're about the same size too.
That's pretty neat.
Probably like sisters or something. All out there hanging out. Hey, what are you gonna do today? Nothing. The lady says, "Oh, really? Me too." So awesome.
A double crawl here. Mark's just checking one out here, see if we got eggs in it. It's a tough one.
Tides are coming up to the first one. Jelly man. Right here, the one right there.
A dud.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
What's funny is that looks like they walked out the same way.
Yeah, they're probably here chatting, laying their eggs,
Right.
chatting. Hey, what you doing tomorrow? Talking about their boyfriends out there.
I'm resting after this one. Double, isn't it? Looks like there's some kind of swirl on their return tracks.
Yep.
Yep, totally.
The suspense.
Suspense.
Two of them so far, two new ones.
They look positive, don't they? Do you think?
Well, no, he already found two.
I mean, on these two.
No, that
You
one
don't think so?
he already checked that one and nothing there. That was kind of,
Must be the tail.
yeah, that's what that looked like to me. Was the
It is.
tail? Yep, the little
Straight.
tail dragging.
You guys are about out of cages, aren't you?
No, we made some more.
Did you?
Just waiting on the verdict here. Well, we might not know the answer on this one till tomorrow here. My battery is getting low here. So far, 2 successful crawls last night. 2 of the 5 are successful. So that means we are up to 26 nests now on the beach. 26 nests. If we get another one here, 27. But again, there's a look. This was a double crawl here. Two turtles at almost the same exact spot here on the beach. That is really cool. Really cool. One of them definitely was a false crawl. One of these 2 was a false crawl. Mark is not having any luck on this second one either here.
Tell because she covered up her own trip. Doesn't really look like that.
Yeah.
Does it? No. Why is it just too big? Because no,
There's no spray or anything.
Yeah.
The-
you can usually tell right away.
Yeah, there was one down there where down in area 2 where the raccoons were already poking around.
No kidding.
Yeah. So if you see that, that's another usually a sure sign that there's eggs. But they missed. They didn't get them.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, I think that's a false. Darn it.
Picking up all the trash and leaving
Might-
nothing for the raccoons.
Maybe it was the same turtle twice.
Might have been. Yeah.
You know, you never know. Oh well. I think that's all. I don't think there's any more, Mark.
Okay, good.
You can have the rest of the day off. You had a busy morning, man. See you guys later. Boy, he had a busy morning. Checking out 5 crawls. Let's go down and see if I got enough batteries to get down to the last new nest down here. Down in area 2. Yeah, that could have very well been the same sea turtle come up on the beach 2 times. They do get spooked, get scared away. And usually they just go a little further up or down the beach and come back up. Or sometimes they just swim out into the water and come back the next night. You just don't know. There is always that slight little chance that both of those crawls were from the same turtle. And like I said earlier in part 1, my first beach walk here, part 1 of my Wednesday beach walk, these turtles coming up on our beach here, they can come up as many as maybe 4 times during the nesting season. 4 times and lay eggs. So that's pretty neat. And after they come up, You know, after a nesting season, they won't be back for another several years, 2 or 3 years before they come back again. Another interesting little fact about these sea turtles is they come back to the beach where they were born. Every nest you see here, these turtles were born here. Hey, I see our friend Justine is back in town. Oh goodness. Gary. We got a nest here by the boardwalk. That is so cool. That was a successful crawl. Thankfully, the nest isn't under the boardwalk. Look at that, Gary. Now you can sit out here. Man, this would be ideal. Could sit out here one night and just wait for these little guys to hatch. That would be fun. Nest number 26. That's our newest nest right there. Number 26. So awesome. So awesome. Let's go say hi to Justine. You're back. You're back to a shellless beach.
I know.
A shellless beach and covered with this gunk.
Yeah, I wonder what's up with this seaweed.
Oh, it comes and goes.
Yeah, I know.
It's not hurting anything. It just smells bad and looks
Yeah,
bad.
it has that funky smell.
And it's gonna get worse.
I was wondering if it helped. You think it's gonna get worse?
As it decomposes,
Oh,
the smell gets, yeah.
I was wondering if it might help the beach stay. Because when the sand gets up on it, it kind of...
That's an interesting theory. I hear what you're saying, like the roots of the sea oats, yeah.
It just kind of holds onto the sand. I was hoping, especially down at 5, I was down there yesterday and the sand started covering it. I was like, oh, maybe it's a
that end is taking a beating again.
I know, I noticed that.
Those waves it's really changed. The whole beach is, I'm sure you noticed the change.
Yeah, no, well, it's high tide, almost high tide right now, but I mean, makes me a little nervous about these nests. They're so close to the water.
There's a couple down there that are
already
got real close. They did get, I think one of them got a little wet, but I don't think it was underwater. I think the waves just kind of touched it. You know, that's why they lay hundreds and hundreds of eggs, thousands.
Well, it's all good.
It just sucks to see it.
Yeah, but you know what? What are we gonna do?
Yeah, it's the circle of life.
Exactly.
Yep. Don't mess with Mother Nature. She knows what she's doing.
How have you been?
Good.
Busy.
Looks
like you've been doing a lot of stuff.
Nice and quiet here, though. Now,
I know.
Beautiful.
Although yesterday when I came, by 9 o'clock, when I turned around to come back, there were a lot of people out here. Yeah. But I like it like this.
A lot of kids. a lot of mothers with their kids out here yesterday. I snuck by here about 1 o'clock, and a friend of mine said he smelled red tide. I'm like, no way. I came down here and he was smelling this seaweed.
Yeah, it does have that funky smell. Oh well.
Well, I don't think you're going to find any shells.
Yeah, that's okay. It's just nice to be here.
Exactly. You got that right. All right. See you later. Have a good one. Well, that is awesome. Nest number 26 up here by the boardwalk. Well, I want to thank everybody for tuning in this morning. Thanks for tagging along. Please tell your friends about Southwest Florida Television. Do take the time to check out all of my photos and videos, like and share them. Share my page if you can figure out how to do that, my Southwest Florida Television page. If you like what you see and you want to send a little tip, a little thank you, it is always appreciated. You can find a link to my PayPal account in the description of this post. Well, until tomorrow, Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Be safe. For Southwest Florida Television, I'm Robb Stan. God bless.